Papoose was a good man from what I seen. I wish I had a good man like Papoose. Remy Ma now want Papoose back, and he done moved in with his new girlfriend.
It was an ordinary day, yet it marks the beginning of a storm that would turn Remy, Massachusetts' life upside down. While the streets of New York hummed with their usual energy, tension brewed in the shadows, quietly building into chaos. Remy, known for her fierce persona in the rap industry, carried a reputation of strength, independence, and fearlessness. But that day, none of those traits could shield her from the consequences of an impulsive decision. Recently, Remy had entered a passionate relationship with Vanessa, a confident, beautiful, and lively woman who seemed like everything Remy had ever wanted. At first, their connection was electric, but the spark began to fade, and arguments grew more frequent. Remy, accustomed to fighting for respect in a challenging world, struggled to find the balance between love and authority. Meanwhile, Vanessa, unafraid to stand her ground, presented a challenge that initially intrigued Remy, but soon became a source of tension. The fight that changed everything began over something trivial, as most arguments do, an offhand comment, a misunderstanding, or a clash of egos. For Remy, it quickly escalated, fueled by jealousy, unresolved pain, and bottled up emotions. Words were exchanged. Before long, things turned physical. Remy, a woman who once channeled her intensity into powerful lyrics, lost control. Her anger overwhelmed her, clouding her judgment. In a heated moment, she grabbed a microphone stand and pressed it against Vanessa's throat, pinning her against the wall. Vanessa screamed in pain, snapping Remy back to reality. Horrified by her actions, Remy released her grip and stepped back, breathing heavily as the room spun around her. Vanessa, gasping for air, clutched her throat and said, You can't do this. You can't hurt me, Remy." The weight of what had happened hung in the air. Shaken and terrified, Vanessa grabbed her phone and called the police. The sound of sirens soon filled the apartment as officers arrived and arrested Remy. Her hands were cuffed behind her back, and her once unshakable confidence crumbled. She was taken away, leaving Vanessa to process the traumas of the incident. The courtroom was somber in the weeks that followed. Vanessa, still shaken, watched as the woman she once loved faced judgment. Public attention fixated on the trial, with many wondering how someone like Remy, once a queen of rap, who had risen from the streets to fame, could end up in such a tragic situation. Remy's lawyers tried to frame the incident as a momentary lapse during a heated argument, but the evidence was damning. The media dissected every detail, from Vanessa's bruises, their witness accounts of the screaming, and most damaging, Remy's own confession. Public opinion was divided. Some stood by her, while others condemned her actions. When the verdict was delivered, it was clear Remy would face severe consequences. She was sentenced to several years in prison, a punishment that felt like a lifetime for someone who had once seemed untouchable. Her fame, fortune, and respect disappeared in an instant, leaving her to confront the wreckage of her life. Behind bars, Remy faced the harsh realities of prison life. There was no room for ego or pride. The silence was deafening, and the isolation was unbearable. Stripped of her public persona, she had no choice but to confront her darkest emotions. She began writing, using her words to process her guilt and pain. The memories of her actions haunted her, and the loss of Vanessa's trust weighed heavily on her soul. Meanwhile, Remy's husband, Papoose, faced his own emotional turmoil. Despite the challenges they had endured over the years, industry struggles, legal battles, and personal hardships, he had always stood by her. But the fallout from the incident strained their bond. Rumors swirled, adding fuel to the fire. Accusations of infidelity and polyamorous relationships surfaced, dragging Papoose into the public spectacle. Though he initially remained silent, he eventually spoke out, accusing Remy of betrayal and denying the allegations she had made against him. Their once solid relationship became a cautionary tale of trust and loyalty, shattered by unchecked emotions and poor. The internet erupted with opinions. Some criticized Remy for her actions, while others sympathized with Papoose, calling him a victim of unnecessary drama. Even celebrities like Rick Frost weighed in, throwing shade at Remy and praising Papoose for maintaining his composure. Exercised at a loss since her downfall on the Hill, had Herculaneum, where she completed her second last appear. Stripped of success and reputation, she began a journey of reflection and atonement, hoping to rebuild for life and regain some semblance of her former self. Yet the road ahead remained uncertain, marked by the scars of a life unraveled by a single moment of last troll. Things are getting wild between Remy Ma and Papoose. Honestly, it's a mess right now. People are talking about how Remy handled things and questioning if she's being fair to Papoose. The drama started when rumors of cheating surfaced and is spiraling from there. Let's break it down. First off, some fans think Remy isn't getting enough criticism for how she acted. Imagine if Papoose did what she did. People would be tearing him apart, but since Remy's a woman, it seems like the blame's being handled differently. That's not sitting well with everyone. Even rapper Lil Scrappy weighed in. He said it's unfortunate because he liked both of them as a couple, but he reminded everyone that we don't always know what's happening behind closed doors. Relationships can be tough, especially if you're not with the right person. Scrappy added that being with the wrong person can make life so hard that you might regret ever getting involved. His take seems to echo what a lot of fans feel. The situation is messy and it's time for both of them to move on. Let's be real, Papoose handled the breakup with a lot of class. He stayed quiet and didn't lash out, but Remy, not so much. He couldn't stand seeing Papoose move on and even brought up his new relationship with Claressa Shields, the world champion boxer. Papoose are saying Remy is acting bitter and trying to ruin Papoose's happiness because she can't let go. People are questioning why Remy is accusing Papoose of cheating when she was the one who allegedly started stepping out first. She embarrassed him publicly, but now she's mad he's found someone else. Some folks think this is a classic case of someone wanting their ex to be happier without them. Now, Papoose seems to be thriving in his new chapter. He's out and about with Claressa, attending her events and enjoying private dinners. Sources say the couple is focusing on building a future together and not paying attention to the internet drama. Insiders say Papoose isn't looking back, but meanwhile rumors are swirling that Remy is planning to speak out soon, possibly through an interview or a project where she'll share her side of the story. Insiders claim she wants to control the narrative and clear her name, but her crooked posts on social media suggest. As Papoose filled a new life, he's still co-parenting with Remy and adjusting to his new family dynamic. There are even rumors that Claressa might be pregnant, which has fans buzzing even more. Some people are rooting for Papoose to finally find the peace, while others think he's moving on too quickly. But let's not forget how solid Papoose and Remy's relationship once seemed. For 15 years, they were the definition of loyalty. Papoose held her down through her 6-year prison sentence, staying completely faithful and even marrying her while she was incarcerated. He was so devoted that he once got in trouble trying to sneak her a skeleton key. If that's not love, what is? After she got out, they became a power couple, and in 2018, they became their daughter Remican. Everything seemed perfect until the recent cheating allegations rocked their world. Fans noticed something was off months ago when Remy stopped mentioning Papoose on social media, but on Father's Day, he didn't post about him, which was unusual. Papoose ended up wishing himself. The cheating rumors got even messier when reports came out that Papoose and rapper Easy the Block Captain had a physical fight over Remy. Apparently, Papoose saw Remy and Easy acting a little too close at a battle rap event and snapped. Easy denied the fight on Twitter, but insiders confirmed it happened. Remy tried to brush it off, tweeting that people were spreading lies, but fans weren't buying it. To make things worse, Remy's infidelity was exposed during a rap battle. Instead of denying the allegations, she stayed silent, which only added fuel to the fire. Later, in an interview, she casually dismissed the rumors, which left fans confused. Her lack of outrage made some people think Papoose, on the other hand, reached his breaking point. After years of being the loyal husband, he decided to move on. He's now dating Claressa Shields, and the two seem happy, but Remy isn't taking it well. Insiders say she's struggling to accept this new reality, especially with rumors of Claressa's pregnancy. And here's the latest twist. Remy claims Papoose has been sliding into her DMs, trying to win her back. She's even hinting that he might leave Claressa for her, and if that's true, things are about to get even messier. And conclusion, this drama has fans divided. Some think Papoose deserves happiness after everything he's been through, while others feel like he's rushing into a new relationship. Either way, it's clear that both Papoose and Remy are trying to navigate their new lives, but their history keeps pulling them back. In the end, this story is a reminder that relationships, even the ones that look perfect, can be complicated. For now, all we can do is wait and see how things play out for Papoose, Remy, and Clarissa. What do you think? Did Remy handle this fairly, or is Papoose right to move on? Let me know.